And these three are the ones I'm keeping. Good evening, everybody. It's Kathy. Welcome to the barn. I'm standing in front of one of my feeder pig pens. I've sold the vast majority of them, of the 2 litters I had, and I'm going to show you what I'm keeping to raise out for meat for us this year and a boar prospect. Then here's the feeder pigs I'm keeping for this summer. This one right here that just looked up, there she is. She's the one that looked noticeably smaller from Whitney's litter. And then this is the boar I'm keeping back from Marta's litter, and a smaller gilt from Marta's litter. So the mostly black and the boar are siblings, and then this kind of more loudly colored gilt is from Whitney's litter. I decided not to keep any potential replacement gilts from the feeder pigs that were born this spring. We decided to go light on the pigs we're feeding, get things arranged better, have a nicer pen set up for the winter, and just go with the 4 replacement gilts that I kept back from the fall litter, and they're in with the Hereford boar right now. Anyway, so back to my little replacement boar here. I have another litter coming on that I'm really, really excited about the end of July. Really super neat genetics. Sneaky Pete's the boar I used on that litter. So if that litter turns out great, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm keeping this boar. But if I don't like what I see out of that litter, because that litter's kind of a wild guess. I'll either love it or I won't. So on the off chance that that things don't go well, or that I don't see what I'm hoping for out of there, I want to start having my own boars anyway. So this character I just picked as the best of what I had from these 2 litters. And nothing wrong with these 2 girls. They just didn't fit the group. And for us, we sell at the Kidron Auction feeder pigs. And for us, having a pig that doesn't fit the group, what happens is you'll lower the price of the whole group. So you're better off to pull back the smalls and feed them up a bit, or make a group of the smalls from both litters, or do, at least for around here, what we did this time, which is just we're going to feed out this one and this one, the 2 gilts. So I have an appointment for one of those 2 in December, then the other one will do for us, and then this character here is my boar prospect. So we'll see how he turns out. Now you might be wondering what made him a boar prospect. Well, honestly, I can't tell you what you should look for, because you should look for the things that make sense to you. But I can tell you what I'm looking for. And around here, what matters is dark color. For some reason, whites do not sell as well. And I don't get it, because it should be about shape. And to be honest, if you're using them for meat, what does the skin matter anyway? But it seems to matter. So I'm going for dark. And I simply want the most substance. So I want nice and wide. I want the most growth in the peer group. So this is the boar that looked the best compared to his brothers and sisters. So up until earlier today, this one from Whitney's litter was in a pen by herself, and these 2 were by themselves, because I just sold the rest of these 2's litter yesterday. And I sold the rest of this one's litter a week ago yesterday. So she, the more loud colored gilt there, is a week older than the other 2. But they both have the same dad. So this gilts they're lovely looking pigs. It's just compared to the other ones, they just didn't have the substance. They just didn't have the width. They didn't have the body. So I pulled them back, and I'll feed them out for us. And then here's, like I said, the little boar prospect. and we'll see how he develops. And he's a 3/4 Berkshire. His mom's the dark sow, that's a half. But anyway, the reason I have them together is I want to combine everybody, because it seems a little bit ridiculous to have one pig in one pen and 2 pigs in the other pen when they can just all go, all 3 of them in one pen. But the master plan here is give these characters a day or 2 to learn to get along, which they've settled down right away. Very, very minimal seeing who's in charge this morning. A little bit, but not much. So we're doing pretty good, and I'm going to move them up to underneath the bank barn, which is where some of the ewe lambs were fed out this past winter. So there's a ton of bedding in there that these characters will be rooting up. But I wanted them to learn that they're a group before I put them in the big pen, because I don't want one of them getting out because it's scared of the other 2. And I realized that if you think about it, it might sound a little mean, but these guys have a really big pen for just the 3 of them. And they'll go to a mega size pen, but I want them working out their difficulties in here where they have space, yet very good containment. And like I said, the difficulties were minimal. So we should be able to move these characters over. So there you have it. That's my little kind of breeding stock feeder pig update. I will have some videos coming out on the feeder pigs I sold at Kidron the past 2 weeks. And little spoiler alert, they sold really well. I was super happy with the price. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time.